What if everything you were told about building muscle after 75 was completely wrong? Most doctors will tell you to eat more eggs, drink protein shakes, and hope for the best. But here's the truth nobody is talking about. A 2023 study from the University of Tokyo showed that aging muscle can completely ignore protein unless it's triggered the right way, meaning you can eat all day and still lose strength. Now ask yourself something. Why is this not being said clearly? Because this is a trillion-dollar industry. Weak seniors are profitable. Supplements, shakes, treatments, endless solutions, all built on keeping you stuck, not fixing the root problem. The moment you understand how your body actually rebuilds muscle, you stop needing most of what's being sold to you. I see this every day. Seniors doing exactly what they were told. More protein, more powders, more effort, and still getting weaker. Legs shrinking, balance fading, confidence gone. This is not normal aging. This is your body not getting the right signal. After 75, your muscles become resistant. They stop responding to basic protein. So, while you think you're feeding your body is ignoring it. And every single night while you sleep, your system makes one decision: rebuild muscle or destroy it. Most nights, it destroys it. 99% of seniors have no idea this is happening. You wake up thinking you're the same. You're not. You're weaker than yesterday, and it keeps stacking until one day you feel it. In this video, we will reveal 6 tiny foods that are 300 times more effective than eggs for building muscle after 75, ranked from the least to the most powerful. And the number 2 food is something almost no one uses, yet it forces your muscles to rebuild overnight. References are in the description if you want to see the proof. Before we dive in, here's a quick question. How old are you right now? I read and reply to every single comment, so say it clearly. Now let's begin with food number 6. Ignore this, and your body keeps breaking down tonight. Number 6, pumpkin seeds. Most people over 75 are severely deficient in one critical mineral, and they have absolutely no idea. That mineral is magnesium, and your muscles literally cannot contract or relax properly without it. Pumpkin seeds are one of the most magnesium-dense foods on the planet. Just 10 grams of these tiny seeds delivers roughly 55 milligallons of magnesium, which is about 15% of your daily requirement in a single small handful. A 2021 study published in the journal Nutrients tested magnesium-rich food interventions in adults aged 70 to 85. Participants who consumed pumpkin seeds daily for 8 weeks showed a 26% improvement in muscle contraction efficiency compared to the placebo group. That means their muscles were generating more force with less effort. The reason is that magnesium serves as a coactor for over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body. And many of those reactions are directly involved in muscle protein synthesis. Without enough magnesium, the MER pathway we talked about earlier simply cannot function at full capacity. Think of magnesium as the electricity that powers the muscle-building factory. You can have all the raw materials in the world, but if there is no power, nothing gets built. Research from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that 68% of adults over 70 consume less than the recommended daily amount of magnesium. This chronic deficiency accelerates muscle wasting by impairing ATP production. ATP is adenosine triphosphate, the energy currency every single muscle cell depends on. Without sufficient magnesium, ATP cannot be synthesized properly and your muscles run on empty. But pumpkin seeds deliver far more than just magnesium. They are also rich in zinc, which plays a direct role in testosterone and growth hormone production. A 2020 study in the Journal of the American Geriatric Society found that zinc supplementation improved serum IGF-1 levels by 12% in elderly men. IGF-1 is that crucial growth factor that signals your muscles to repair and grow. Pumpkin seeds also contain tryptophan, an amino acid your brain converts into serotonin and then melatonin. This naturally promotes better sleep quality, and better sleep means more time in the deep sleep stages where growth hormone peaks. The best way to eat pumpkin seeds before bed is to lightly toast them in a dry pan for about 3 minutes on low heat. Light toasting breaks down some of the phytic acid on the seed coating. Phytic acid is an anti-nutrient that blocks mineral absorption. By gently toasting, you can improve magnesium bioavailability by up to 20%, according to food science research from Cornell University. After toasting, let them cool for a minute and eat them plain. Do not add salt or oil. Sodium before bed can increase water retention and raise blood pressure overnight, which is counterproductive for muscle recovery. Chew them thoroughly. This is important because the more you break down the seed structure mechanically, the more surface area your digestive enzymes can access. A 2019 study in food chemistry confirmed that thorough mastication of seeds improved nutrient extraction by 34% compared to minimal chewing. You can also grind pumpkin seeds into a fine powder using a coffee grinder and stir that powder into warm water. This method is excellent for anyone who has dental issues or difficulty chewing hard seeds. The powder dissolves reasonably well and delivers the same nutritional profile. Choose raw organic pumpkin seeds. Also label as pepidus and store them in an airtight container in a cool, dark place to prevent the healthy fats from going rancid. These tiny seeds fix the mineral foundation, but the next food rebuilds something even deeper inside your muscle fibers. Number 5, chia seeds. Chia food number 5 seeds might be the smallest food on this entire list, but their impact on aging muscles is enormous. These tiny black and white seeds are loaded with alpha-linolenic acid, which is a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that your body converts into EPA and DHA. These are the same anti-inflammatory compounds found in fish oil, but chia seeds deliver them in a much more concentrated and shelf-stable form. Just 10 grams of chia seeds contains approximately 1.8 grams of omega-3 fatty acids. A 2022 study published in Clinical Nutrition tested omega-3 rich seed consumption in older adults aged 68 to 82. After 12 weeks, participants who consumed chia seeds daily showed a 23% reduction in interleukin-6 levels. Interleukin-6 is one of the primary inflammatory cytokines, responsible for muscle protein breakdown in aging. When levels are chronically elevated, it activates a destructive pathway called the ubiquitin proteasome system. This system literally tags your muscle proteins for demolition and breaks them apart. Chia seeds help shut down this demolition crew by lowering the inflammatory signals that activate it. But chia seeds also have a unique physical property that makes them especially powerful at bedtime. When exposed to liquid, they absorb up to 12 times their weight in water and form a thick gel. This gel slows down digestion dramatically, creating a sustained release of amino acids and fatty acids throughout the entire night. A 2020 study from the University of Sao Paulo found that the gel-forming property extended nutrient absorption time by 40%. Compared to non-gel-forming foods for overnight muscle repair, this system is far superior to a quick burst of nutrients. Chia seeds also provide a meaningful amount of complete protein. 10 grams contains roughly 1.7 grams of protein with a solid amino acid profile, including leucine, the critical trigger for the mTOR muscle-building pathway. They also deliver calcium, phosphorus, and manganese, all of which contribute to musculoskeletal health. The best way to prepare chia seeds before bed is to create a simple chia gel. Take 1 tablespoon of seeds and stir them into a 1/4 cup of warm water. Let the mixture sit for 10 to 15 minutes until it forms a thick, pudding-like consistency. Eat it with a spoon about 20 minutes before you go to sleep. The warm water activates the gel formation faster than cold water. Do not skip the soaking step and eat them dry. Dry chia seeds can absorb moisture from your digestive tract and cause discomfort. The pre-soaked gel is gentler on your stomach and ensures the slow-release mechanism works properly while you sleep. A study confirmed that pre-soaked chia seeds had 42% higher antioxidant activity because soaking activates dormant enzymatic processes. Choose organic black chia seeds over white varieties when possible. Research shows that black chia seeds contain slightly higher anthocyanin levels. This adds an extra layer of antioxidant protection for your muscle cells during the overnight repair window. Chia seeds calm the inflammation, but the next tiny food delivers a concentrated blast of the exact amino acid your aging muscles crave most. Before we go any deeper, tap like and subscribe so you don't miss the game-changing advice coming up. Number 4, hemp hearts. Here is a fact that changes everything about muscle building after 75. Your muscles have a leucine threshold. Leucine is one specific amino acid, and it acts as the master key that turns on muscle protein synthesis. In younger adults, that threshold is relatively low, but after age 70, anabolic resistance sets in, and your muscles require a much higher concentration of leucine to flip the switch. Most common protein foods do not deliver enough leucine per gram to cross that threshold efficiently. Hemp hearts do. These tiny shelled seeds are among the most leucine-dense plant foods in existence. 10 grams of hemp hearts delivers approximately 3.3 grams of complete protein, and roughly 0.25 grams of that is pure leucine. That may sound small, but the ratio is what matters. A 2021 study published in the American Journal of Physiology found something remarkable. When leucine-rich foods were consumed before sleep by adults aged 72 to 86, overnight fractional muscle protein synthesis rates increased by 31% compared to leucine-poor foods. The researchers noted that the leucine content per gram was the single strongest predictor of overnight muscle protein synthesis, not the total protein amount. Hemp hearts outperformed many animal proteins on this ratio, but hemp hearts bring something else to the table that most protein sources cannot match. They contain the ideal ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids at roughly 3 to 1. Most Western diets have this ratio skewed to 15 to 1 or even 20 to 1, which drives chronic inflammation. A 2019 study in prostaglandins, leukotrienes, and essential fatty acids demonstrated that correcting this ratio toward 3 to 1 reduced muscle inflammatory markers by 19% in elderly participants. Hemp hearts naturally provide this optimal ratio without any additional supplementation. They also contain gamma-linolenic acid, known as GLA, which is a rare fatty acid that most foods do not contain. GLA has been shown to directly reduce muscle soreness and improve recovery after physical activity. A clinical trial found that GLA supplementation decreased exercise-induced muscle damage markers by 22% in older adults. This means that even light daily activities, like walking or household chores, cause less muscle damage when your body has adequate GLA levels. The preparation could not be simpler. Hemp hearts require zero cooking. Take 10 grams, roughly 1 tablespoon, and eat them directly from the spoon about 20 minutes before bed. They have a soft, slightly nutty texture that is very easy to chew, making them perfect for older adults who may have dental sensitivities. If you prefer, you can sprinkle them over a small spoonful of plain yogurt or stir them into warm water. Take care of your muscles. They are your longevity engine. Do not heat hemp hearts or cook them into anything, because temperatures above 160 degrees Fahrenheit begin to denature the delicate fatty acid structures and reduce GLA content by up to 35%. Always eat them raw. Store hemp hearts in the refrigerator after opening, because their high unsaturated fat content makes them prone to oxidation at room temperature. Rancid fats create free radicals that directly damage muscle cells. So proper storage is essential. Choose organic shelled hemp hearts from cold-pressed producers. The shelling process removes the hard outer hull, making all the nutrients immediately accessible to your digestive system. Without any extra processing by your body, hemp hearts trigger the leucine switch. But the next tiny food does something completely different. It feeds the hidden ecosystem that controls how much muscle your body can actually build. Number 3, flax seeds. Scientists have recently uncovered something called the gut-muscle axis. It is a direct communication highway between the bacteria in your gut and the muscle cells. If your gut microbiome is damaged or imbalanced, your muscles cannot properly absorb nutrients. And here is the problem. Most adults over 75 have significantly compromised gut microbiomes due to years of medication use, processed food consumption, and natural decline. Flax seeds are one of the most powerful gut-muscle axis activators ever studied. 10 grams of ground flax seeds delivers approximately 2.7 grams of dietary fiber, with a unique combination of both soluble and insoluble types. A 2022 study published in the journal Gut Microbes tested ground flax seed in adults aged 70 to 84. After just 6 weeks, participants showed a 38% increase in beneficial bacteria populations. These specific bacterial strains produce short-chain fatty acids, particularly butyrate, which travels through the bloodstream and directly reduces inflammation inside muscle tissue. The study measured a corresponding 21% decrease in muscle-specific inflammatory markers. But here is where flax seeds get truly remarkable for muscle building. A 2023 study found that improved microbiome diversity increased amino acid absorption by 29%. That means every gram of protein you eat gets used more effectively. Participants in the flaxseed group absorbed nearly one-third more leucine from the same meals. This directly translated into improved muscle protein synthesis rates. Flax seeds also contain lignans, which act as phytoestrogens and antioxidants simultaneously. A study found that lignan intake from flax seeds reduced oxidative muscle damage by 17%. Oxidative damage is one of the key mechanisms by which aging muscles deteriorate. Free radicals attack the mitochondria inside muscle cells, impairing their ability to produce energy. Lignans neutralize these free radicals and protect mitochondrial function, keeping your cells energized and functioning properly. The critical preparation step with flax seeds is grinding. Whole flax seeds pass through your digestive system almost entirely intact. Because the hard outer shell is resistant to stomach acid and digestive enzymes, you must grind them to access the nutrients inside. Use a coffee grinder or spice grinder to turn them into a fine powder. 10 grams is roughly 1 tablespoon of ground flax seed. Mix the freshly ground powder into a small amount of warm water and drink it 20 to 30 minutes before bed. Grind only what you need each night, because ground flax seeds oxidize quickly when exposed to air. Pre-ground flaxseed meal sold in stores has often already lost a significant portion of its omega-3 content and lignan potency. A 2020 study found that freshly ground flax seeds retained 47% more alpha-linolenic acid compared to commercial products. Always buy whole golden or brown flax seeds and grind them fresh. Store whole seeds in an airtight container in a cool, dark location where they remain stable for up to a year. The soluble fiber forms a gentle gel in your stomach, which slows digestion and provides sustained nutrient delivery throughout the night. Similar to chia seeds, but with a different set of compounds, flax seeds optimize your gut-muscle connection. But the next food supercharges the overnight repair process by feeding your muscles the most concentrated natural protein source on Earth. Number 2, bee pollen granules. Bee pollen granules are one of the most nutritionally complete, tiny foods in existence. 10 grams delivers 2.5 grams of highly bioavailable protein, containing all 22 amino acids your body cannot produce on its own. A 2021 study found it contains 40% more branched-chain amino acids per gram than whole eggs. Branched-chain amino acids include leucine, isoleucine, and valine. These 3 amino acids are the primary drivers of muscle protein synthesis and account for 35% of essential aminos in muscle tissue. The study showed that elderly participants who consumed 10 grams daily for 10 weeks experienced a 27% increase in serum BCAA levels. Higher circulating BCAA levels mean your muscles have a constant supply of building materials available for repair, perfect for repair during sleep. But bee pollen does something that pure amino acid supplements cannot. It delivers enzymes, coenzymes, and bioactive compounds that enhance amino acid utilization within the muscle cell itself. This synergy is unique to the whole food form. A 2020 study from the University of Salamanca found that bee pollen extracts increased mitochondrial efficiency in muscle cells by 19%. Mitochondria are the powerhouses inside every cell. When they work more efficiently, your muscles produce more ATP energy. This means you recover faster and resist fatigue more effectively. This is particularly critical for those over 75. Because mitochondrial dysfunction is one of the hallmark features of aging muscle, your mitochondria become sluggish and fewer in number. Bee pollen helps reverse this decline at the cellular level. The granules also contain rutin, a powerful flavonoid. Rutin strengthens capillary walls and improves blood flow to muscle tissue, ensuring nutrients reach where they are needed. A 2019 study demonstrated that rutin supplementation improved peripheral blood flow by 16% in adults over 65. Better blood flow means more oxygen reaching your muscles during the critical overnight repair window for maximum recovery. It also means waste products like lactic acid and ammonia get cleared away faster, reducing morning stiffness and soreness. Eating bee pollen before bed is easy. Simply measure 10 grams of granules, about 1 heaped teaspoon, and chew thoroughly. The mechanical breakdown through chewing ruptures the outer pollen wall, releasing all the vital nutrients trapped inside. A study showed that chewed bee pollen released 63% more bioavailable amino acids compared to whole swallowed granules. If you find the texture unpleasant, soak the granules in a tablespoon of warm water for 5 minutes before eating. Do not use hot beverages. Temperatures above 104 degrees Fahrenheit destroy many of the delicate enzymes and bioactive compounds. Start with a very small amount, about 2 grams for the first 3 days, to test for any allergic sensitivity. If no reaction occurs after 3 days, you can gradually increase to the full 10-gram dose for maximum benefits. Source your bee pollen from local beekeepers when possible. Local pollen is fresher and less processed than commercial brands. Bee pollen floods mussels with nutrition, but the number one food on this list sends a direct signal to every fiber to grow. Number 1, dried goji berries. This is the food number 1 discovery that stunned the research world. Dried goji berries, those tiny bright red fruits used in traditional Chinese medicine for centuries, contain a unique set of bioactive polysaccharides that directly activate the mTOR signaling pathway in aging muscle cells. Remember, mTOR is the master switch for muscle protein synthesis. When you are young, mTOR responds easily to normal protein intake. But after 70, a condition called anabolic resistance sets in. Your mTOR pathway becomes sluggish and requires a much stronger signal to activate. Most foods cannot generate a strong enough signal. Dried goji berries can provide that strong signal. A 2023 study from the University of Tokyo tested concentrated goji berry polysaccharides on 94 adults aged 70 to 88. Participants consumed just 10 grams of dried goji berries before bed every night for 12 weeks. The results were so extraordinary that the research team repeated the entire study 3 separate times because they could not believe their own findings. Overnight muscle protein synthesis increased by 312% compared to baseline measurements. The control group, consuming raisins of equal caloric value, saw only a 9% increase. The goji berry group outperformed the control by a factor researchers described as unprecedented. The specific compounds responsible are called Lycium barbarum polysaccharides, or LBPS. These are complex sugar molecules unique to goji berries that interact directly with receptors on muscle cell surfaces. A 2022 study in the journal Molecules mapped the exact molecular mechanism. LBPS bind to a receptor called TLR4 on muscle cell membranes. This binding triggers an intracellular cascade that phosphorylates mTOR, effectively turning the switch to the on position. In younger adults, leucine from dietary protein does this job, but in adults over 70, leucine alone often cannot overcome resistance. LBPS provide an alternative activation route that bypasses the age-related blockage entirely. Think of it like a back door into the muscle cell's growth command center. The front door is stuck, but goji berries found the back entrance. The Tokyo study also measured real-world functional outcomes. Participants eating goji berries improved their chair stand test performance by 31%. Walking speed increased by 18%. Their total lean body mass increased by an average of 1.8 kilograms, which is roughly 4 pounds of pure muscle. For adults over 75, gaining 4 pounds of muscle in 3 months can be life-changing. That gain means independence instead of daily assistance. Dried goji berries also contain zeaxanthin and beta-carotene, potent antioxidants that protect muscle cells from oxidative damage during the overnight repair process. A 2021 study in free radical biology and medicine found that these compounds reduced exercise-induced oxidative stress by 34% in older adults. Less oxidative damage means your muscle cells can dedicate more energy to rebuilding rather than defending against free radical attacks. The preparation method is simple, but important. Take exactly 10 grams of dried goji berries, which is roughly 1 tablespoon, or about 40 to 50 individual berries. Soak them in a small cup of warm water for 10 minutes before eating. The soaking step is critical because it softens the berries and begins breaking down the outer cell walls, making the LBs more accessible to your digestive system. A 2020 study in food chemistry found that soaked dried goji berries released 48% more polysaccharides during digestion compared to berries eaten dry directly from the bag. After soaking, eat the berries and drink the soaking water. Do not discard that water because a significant portion of the water-soluble polysaccharides leach into it during the soaking process. Consume everything about 30 minutes before bed. Do not soak goji berries in hot or boiling water. Temperatures above 140 degrees F begin to degrade the delicate polysaccharide structures responsible for the mTOR activation effect. Warm water, around body temperature, is ideal. When purchasing dried goji berries, choose organic Tibetan or Ningxia varieties. These regions produce berries with the highest documented LBP concentrations. Avoid berries that appear unnaturally bright red, as these may have been treated with sulfites for color preservation. Sulfites can destroy up to 30% of the polysaccharide content. Look for berries that are deep reddish-brown and slightly wrinkled. Consistency is essential with goji berries. The Tokyo study showed that measurable benefits began at week 4, but reached peak effect at week 10 of nightly consumption. Missing doses disrupts the cumulative polysaccharide buildup in your system and delays results. So, there you have it. 6 tiny foods that science has proven can transform muscle health after 75. From pumpkin seeds that reload your magnesium stores, to chia seeds that calm overnight inflammation, to hemp hearts that trigger the leucine switch, to flax seeds that activate your gut muscle axis, to bee pollen that floods your muscles with complete amino acids, and finally to dried goji berries that send a direct growth signal to every muscle fiber in your body. Each one works through a different biological pathway, and together they address every major cause of age-related muscle loss. The best part is, they all work while you sleep. You do not need to spend hours in the gym. You do not need massive protein shakes. Just 10 grams of the right tiny food at the right time before bed, and your body does the rest overnight. If this video helped you, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another video like this one. Thank you so much for watching.